Today we Regon talk about the 4 worst oils that you should never use if you are over 60 years old. And I am also gonna share with you the 4 oils that you want to make sure that you reusing instead, because they can actually support your healthy and long life. So let's go. Welcome to my channel. I'm a doctor. I'm an emergency room doctor who treats everything from COVID to gunshot wounds, burns, you name it. This video series is created to help answer some of your medical questions and the questions that are commonly asked by patients each and every day. If you find this video helpful, please do me a favor and subscribe. So let us start off with the 4 worst oils that you should never use if you are over 60 years old, or even if you not. But in general, as we get older, our risk for certain diseases like heart disease increases, and no one on the list is canola oil. Canola oil is a very common oil used in many different foods, especially processed foods. It is high in omega-6 fatty acids, and when consumed in large amounts, has been shown to increase inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a natural process that occurs in our bodies to protect us from outside invaders, such as bacteria and viruses. However, chronic or long-term inflammation can actually lead to tissue damage and disease. And this is what we call low-grade chronic inflammation. That means that you may not have symptoms, but over time, this inflammation can contribute to things like heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, and other conditions. Now, people who consume a lot of canola oil tend to develop a lot of inflammation in their body. And one way that we measure inflammation in the body is looking at blood work, specifically looking at something called a high-sensitivity C-reactive protein. And a study done in 2017 found that people who consumed more than 23 grams of canola oil per day had higher levels of inflammation, as measured by hsCRP. So it's best to avoid canola oil if you can. Some examples of foods that contain canola oil are salad dressings, margarine, some types of yogurt, and even in some medications. Like if you take a fish oil pill, it may be coated in a canola oil. So make sure you read the ingredients. No. 2 on the list is corn oil. Corn oil is another vegetable oil that is high in omega-6 fatty acids. It is commonly used in fried foods and processed foods, and it can lead to inflammation in the body as well. In fact, in a study done in 2013, people who consumed more corn oil had higher levels of inflammation in their bodies as measured by hsCRP, so it's important to avoid corn oil if you can, especially if you're over 60 years old. A couple examples of foods that contain corn oil are, again, salad dressings, margarine, and even baby oil. Yes, some baby oils contain corn oil. So if you're using that on your skin, it can actually get absorbed into your skin and then end up in your bloodstream and cause inflammation. So it's good to try to avoid corn oil as much as possible. No, 3 on the list is cottonseed oil. Cottonseed oil is extracted from the seeds of the cotton plant and is commonly used in fried foods and processed foods. It is high in omega-6 fatty acids, just like the other two oils that we talked about, and it can lead to inflammation in the body as well. In fact, a study done in 2018 found that people who consumed more cottonseed oil had higher levels of inflammation, as measured by hsCRP. So it's important to avoid cottonseed oil if you can. You can find cottonseed oil in things like salad dressings, margarine, and shortening. So if you're baking, for example, and you're using a pie crust or something like that, sometimes it contains cottonseed oil. So you got to check the ingredients. And no. 4 on the list is safflower oil. Safflower oil is a very common ingredient in many processed foods, and it is high in omega-6 fatty acids. It can lead to inflammation in the body, so it's important to avoid it if you can. You can find safflower oil in salad dressings, in margarine, and even in some types of soap and lotion. So if you're putting this on your skin and it's getting absorbed into your skin, it can lead to inflammation in the body. Now that we've covered the 4 worst oils that you should never use, especially if you're over 60 years old, let's move on to the 4 oils that you should be using instead. The first one is extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is a type of oil that comes from olives, and it is high in monounsaturated fats, specifically oleic acid. A study done in 2018 found that people who consumed more extra virgin olive oil had lower levels of inflammation, as measured by hsCRP. In addition, extra virgin olive oil has been shown to have many other health benefits, such as reducing the risk of heart disease and improving brain function. It's important to note that not all olive oils are created equal. Extra virgin olive oil is the highest quality olive oil, and it has the most health benefits. So be sure to choose extra virgin olive oil whenever possible. The second oil that you should be using is avocado oil. Avocado oil is high in monounsaturated fats, including oleic acid, just like extra virgin olive oil. And it has been shown to have similar health benefits, such as reducing inflammation in the body. In fact, a study done in 2017 found that people who consumed more avocado oil had lower levels of inflammation, as measured by hsCRP. Avocado oil is also a great source of antioxidants, which can help protect your cells from damage. Antioxidants are substances that can neutralize harmful molecules called free radicals that can cause damage to your cells. Free radicals are produced naturally in your body as a byproduct of normal metabolism. However, they can also come from outside your body, such as from pollution or smoking. When free radicals accumulate in your body, they can cause oxidative stress, which can lead to cell damage and disease. So it's important to get enough antioxidants in your diet to help protect against oxidative stress. But avocado oil is a great source of antioxidants, so consuming it regularly can help you meet your antioxidant needs. The third oil that you should be using is coconut oil. Coconut oil is high in saturated fats, but don't let that scare you away. Saturated fats have a bad reputation, but they can actually be beneficial for your health if consumed in moderation. Coconut oil is a great source of saturated fats, and it has been shown to have many health benefits. For example, coconut oil is high in a type of saturated fat called medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs. MCTs are unique because they are metabolized differently than other fats. They are quickly broken down into smaller molecules called ketones, which can be used by your body for energy. This makes them a great alternative to other sources of saturated fat, such as those found in animal products. In addition, coconut oil is a great source of antioxidants, which can help protect your cells from damage, just like we talked about with avocado oil. And the last oil that you should be using is sesame oil. Sesame oil is high in monosaturated fats and polyphenols. Polyphenols are a type of antioxidant that has been shown to reduce inflammation in the body. In fact, a study done in 2016 found that people who consumed more sesame oil had lower levels of inflammation as measured by HSCRP. Sesame oil is also a great source of vitamin E, which is another antioxidant that can help protect your cells from damage. Vitamin E is an important nutrient that helps support the immune system and protects against oxidative stress. In addition to these 5 oils, it's also important to consume a balanced diet full of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. This will give you the nutrients you need to stay healthy and reduce your risk of developing chronic diseases. Alright guys, I hope this was helpful. As always, stay safe. Keep being awesome. I'll see you next time.